My name is Tarion Boyd. I'm a stand-up comedian from Glasgow. I've been doing stand-up now for about a year and a half. I think social media has been a wonderful thing for me because I've been able to put my stuff online and it gets seen by people, you know, like I've made a lot of connections through social media. I've been given gigs by social media. There's people I've never met in real life, but I've met on social media and I've worked with and we've done projects together or like gigs together. I book all of my gigs through Facebook. I don't have anybody's phone number. So without social media, I don't know how I would have done any of the stuff that I've done up to this point. So for me, I think social media has been invaluable.
Hello there, my name's Raymond Mearns. I've been doing comedy since January 1994. That's at the time of recording 25 years. And I don't know anything about social media. I've got a mobile phone. But this just so the doctor can send me a text to remind me I've got an appointment.
So obviously we'll have wildly different perspectives because when I actually started doing social media before I started doing comedy, if that makes sense. I would just be doing funny videos on Facebook, and that's how I started learning to talk to cameras and learning to put output out. But when you started, I imagine you had to start and be an actual comedian.
Yeah, I started before the camera was invented. You see, back in the old day, I'd have to get somebody, it was like the Old West, you'd have a wanted poster.
And you'd have to get,
and they would draw the guy. So when I started doing my first gigs in about 1400, then I would get somebody to draw the poster.
For me, when I started out, my plan was do a gig, film it, put it up on the internet straight away. I'm talking
The internet?
Aye, second and third gig.
It's not here.
That was it's gone up. What were you doing before it?
Social media?
That's a very big question.
What was I doing before social media? Oh,
You were probably being funny.
I was incredibly sociable. But
Really?
what used to happen is people would meet up
Okay. Get a
and
drink
talk
after
about
that.
stuff because it was far too expensive to talk on the phone in the days.
Okay, cool. 'Cause
Oh,
you
you
had to
would
put
need
the
to
coins in and that.
if you wanted to chat with somebody, you'd need to remortgage your house.
Right, okay.
We would meet up, comedians used to kind of get together, right, in a comedy club and just talk about comedy.
Cool.
And it was great.
Do you think comics that are coming in now are focusing on the social media before they built the stagecraft and the ability?
That's a really good question. The answer is yes and no. The answer, I'm going to tell you what I've seen, this is my observation. To get longevity as a live stage performer, you need to get good at it.
Yeah, you need to build it slowly.
So, a pilot never really learned to fly a plane on a simulator. He picked up some tips and that, but you learn on stage.
Yeah.
Now, see if you can, with social media, build an audience and go out there and do your stage time and then get better, then you've won a watch.
Yeah, completely. But for me, when I started out, before I even knew I wanted to be a comedian, I knew I wanted to do funny videos on Facebook.
Yes.
So I spent a year with Snapchat where every day, wherever I was, I would just talk into the camera and be like, I'm here, I'm doing this. And that built up the skill of being able to talk to yourself in public and talk to yourself in quiet and stuff. But
I tell you what it does as well. I think when you look back at it, you go, oh, I shouldn't do that. See, you film yourself, you get really good at seeing. You go, oh, I don't like that. I saw myself in video years ago, right? 1994, a guy who videoed 95, and I was on stage and I was talking and I did this. Shocking, man.
But you wouldn't know looking back on it. And the way social
Make a video of
media,
yourself.
I think I've built that as a skill. But by the time it came to doing live comedy on stage, there was no crossover between what I'd learned to do in front of the camera and what I'd learned to do on stage. But then when it came to putting videos together that then went hand in hand with comedy, there was a massive crossover there. You've got a very particular voice, but when you're doing videos for social media, do you ever think?
I'm not aware I've ever done it.
That's what I was about to say. Are you ever sitting there going, it's time to give them a bit of the old Raymond Mearns, or is it? It's like because I've seen videos of your gigs and
The
stuff.
truth is, I'm very shy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've got anything to tell anybody. I'm dead shy and I die 1,000 deaths and die of shame to put myself out there and be that vulnerable. And
Without,
the secret to success as an artist is to make yourself vulnerable.
as vulnerable as.
So I need to go make a few videos.
I think so. I can do them for the eye.